Be right back. Let's see. I should mute. Hello, Cool Toast. Hello, Pratyush. Pratyush? Yes, it is some. I went to get some espresso. Um, so yeah, I'm back now. How you guys doing? Good? Having yourselves a nice, chill Monday? My Monday's been pretty good. Nothing to complain about too much. Starlight, hi. How are you, Starlight? Cool Toast, good? Well, hey, man, I'm good. I'm glad you're doing well. All is well here in my world. Taking, I'm on lunch basically. Taking my hour lunch break so I can stream. And while I stream, I'm gonna work on a side project and talk to you all. So that's the plan for today. If you guys want to hang out and chat. Oh goodness, I made the Neovim angry. Starlight, how are you? I'm good, Starlight. So if you're good, I'm good. I'm caffeinated. I've got some problems in code that I can solve, and I'm gonna be off to the races. Let's see. Alright, so this is the first thing I want to test. Let's see, if the file doesn't exist, it should throw. Max Maximum deserves a like and a sub. Hey, well, I appreciate that, Max. It's very kind of you. Pablo, bro, play Not Like Us. You mean the Kendrick Lamar song, Pablo? Is that what you're talking about? I'm not gonna play that on stream, right? Because that'll get me copyright striked. But you can definitely find it on YouTube and play it, Pablo. The one and only Tails VA. How are you, Tails VA? Are you doing well? Also, what's the story behind the username there? The one and only? Is that like a disputed thing? Man, I love mechanical keyboards. Anybody else here love mechanical keyboards? It's just such a pleasure to type on them. It makes working way more fun. I'm a voice actor of Tails and more. Oh, that's very cool. You're a voice actor. That's awesome. How'd you get into that? Was it hard to get into voice acting? Curious. Cooper Keller. How are you doing, Cooper? Good to see you again. How you been? It's been a minute. So I just like putting the one and only in VA as voice actor. Yeah, that makes sense. Cooper Keller, are you hacking or something? No, I'm not hacking. I'm building a small little console application, and I'm writing some tests for it. So that is about all that's going on here. No hacking. Don't report me. Although one of my favorite shows is Mr. Robot. That was actually one of the shows that kind of really got me interested in computers. Wow, it took you 5 years to get into voice acting? Holy moly. I'd love to hear about that story. Another 3 for another character. Wow, that's I mean, what's incredible about that is the persistence and the determination you showed by sticking with it, cuz so many people would have not stuck with it. Mohammed Salah, every time I saw your channel, I got happy. Well, I appreciate that, Mohammed. I'm glad I bring some joy to your world. Don't ask me anything, brudda. It's been a minute since I've seen you in one of my chats. Don't ask me anything. I'm not going to ask you anything. Guts, what is this? I'm working on a console app, and I'm writing some tests right now. And what Yus said, XUnit, I am using XUnit to write my test. That is my preferred testing framework in .NET. Although there is a newer one called TUnit that I've been kind of using, dabbling a little bit with. That's pretty good too. Based Homie 777. How are you making all that money, man? I'm not making all that money, man. I'm a dad with 2 kids and a wife, a whole family. The money is being spent. Here come the forehead comments. Velpo kills you. What the fuck is that username, man? Could land a Boeing airplane on your forehead. Nice. I'm glad you're invested in the appearance of my forehead. Yes says I use the same and Selenium as well. I'm not a big Selenium guy. I've used Selenium. I'm a Playwright guy. Uh, I just think Playwright's such a much better experience than using Selenium. Uh, Maxima. If I may ask, how did you learn this? Like, how do you do coding? Do you memorize code or understand it like math? Mm, it's a little bit like any skill. There's stuff that you memorize from doing it so many times, you just know how to do it. And then there's a lot of stuff you just reference, right? You're like, okay, I need to do this, or I need to use this one thing to do this one other thing, and you just go look it up. Velpo kills you. I'm a stream sniper. Oh, okay. I get the username now. Based homie, you not invested in any crypto or anything on the market? I'm not well, I shouldn't say I'm not invested in any crypto. I do own some crypto, but only like a couple $1,000s worth of crypto. Everything else is invested in the stock market. Just index funds. I'm not a stock picker. If you've ever read the book Simple Path to Wealth, that's basically the plan I'm on. Steve1E, what's up, man? How are you? Sup. Thanks for coming and hanging out in the chat again, man. I appreciate you. The one and only Tails VA says, Steven, if you don't believe me, I can tag you on a vid for me voice acting. No, I very much believe you. I'm just super impressed with how persistent and determination. I just think most people, when they have a dream like that or they want to pursue something like that, most people give up after the first week, you know? So I think that's awesome that you've been able to make it into the field you want to be in, and you overcame all that adversity. So kudos to you, man. I respect that. Neo, hi, buddy. Hey, Neo, how are you? Good to see you. Maximum. All right, thanks for the advice. Yeah, Max, I'm happy to talk to more about learning to code. Like I made a video. If you search my YouTube channel, I made a video about how I learned to code. But it's really just like any skill, you know. I mean, obviously, there's definitely things that you kind of concentrate on and you study over time. But just like with any skill, right? There's these things that sort of become embedded right into you, and then there's other things that you only use once in a great while and you have to reference them. Yeah, and what Yes says, Google, Stack Overflow, you know, you got to have good Google Foo skills. I mean, the meta skill that sits above all of it, right, is just problem solving. It's that ability to say, okay, what's the problem? Let me think very clearly about it. Let me write it down. Let me really understand it, and then come up with a solution. That's kind of the meta skill. Let's see, the one and only Tails VA. I still want to tag you on it. Sure, yeah, tag me, man. I'm not opposed to that. I just didn't want you to think I thought you were full of hot air, because I don't think that. Steve1E, great. Finally finished my first app in Golang. How's it going? Oh, nice. So what did you think of the Golang experience? Do you like it so far? And as far as how it is going here, it's going well. My kids are a little sick. One of them, I guess, is kind of sick. But other than that, we're all good, you know, just enjoying our Monday. Back to the work week. Pratyush. Hey, bro, do you optimize using GPT? What do you mean by that, Pratyush? Do you mean like, do I use GPT for like coding stuff? Is that what you mean? Like right now, here's a good example, Maximus. I need to, like, here's an example of like, I'm using a library called Spectre Console to build this application. And I know that Spectre Console provides me with like a mocked out version of a particular class, but I can't remember what it is. I can't remember exactly how to do it. So this is an example where it's like, I've done it before. I sort of remember, but I'm just going to go look at the documentation. So this to me is a great example of that, where it's like, I know what I need to do, but I don't have it committed to memory. Let's see. Steve1E says, so far it's great. I don't know what it is, but it has that something that really makes me like it. It's super easy, honestly. Well, that's great, man. I'm really glad. That's encouraging. Probably would recommend it for beginners over ever before Python. Wow, that's cool to hear. Okay, so it's that friendly of a language. Nice. I'll have to give it a shot. Let's add that to the list. Maybe I already have that on the list. I know I have Java, and I think I have Gleam, but I don't think I have Golang on here. Let's see. NVim. Let's see. OneDrive. Desktop. Things. Yeah, let's see. Let's add that to the list. Try learning Go. Okay, warning is a spammer. So we're getting rid of him. Mex Libris, fragrance of the day. I don't know what you're talking about, Mex, but I hope you're having a good day. Lincoln Truck Fan. Hi, what's up, Lincoln Truck Fan? Nice username. You can check out the app if you want. It's in Discord. Oh, okay, very cool. Yeah. Hey, Steve1E, do you mind if I bring it up on stream? Is that gonna bother you if I bring it up on stream? Max Maximus, I see. This seems like a great field, to be honest. I think it's an awesome. I should be completely transparent, Max. I don't work as a developer or programmer. I work as a quality engineer, which is sorta. I do manual and some automated testing, and I mostly program, develop, and write code in my free time. Is like as a side project or as a hobby. But yeah, I think getting into tech is a great thing. Sean, hi from India. Hello, Sean. Hope you're doing well. Steve1E, sure. Steve1E, oh, wait. Let me add exe so you can run it without installing Go. Yeah, no worries, Steve1E. I won't run it. I won't run it until I've had a chance. I'll want to look at it myself off stream before I run it. But I don't mind taking a peek at what you built so far. So don't worry about getting that exe added really quick. Edvin Smaka. Hi, what's up, Edvin? How are you? Thanks for stopping into the chat. Oh, we haven't. Let's see. We approved a new Discord member. Okay, let's see. CLI to do app. Where did I open it at? So this was built by our very own chatter, Steve1E, in the chat. He was exploring Go, and he built a little to-do app with it. I love that Go can build binaries, though. That's one of my favorite things about working in C#, right? With a console application is I can literally create a whole application with a bunch of functionality and hand it to somebody, and they can just go with it. So that's a little harder to do, right, with Python or TypeScript. Ratish, hello, can you just tell me web dev is good or not? Ratish, web dev is wonderful. I love web dev. That's primarily most of the things I know, and the apps I built have been web dev related. Looks like we've got a little sample, CSV. Let's see, this is your root. So is hey Steve1E, is the package CMD, is that like a command line library for building command line applications in Go? Let's see, to-do.go. And this is like defining, it looks like this is where you're defining all your commands. This is where you add your commands. Huh. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look extreme. Like this is kind of interesting. This is one thing about Go that has kind of interested me is this syntax where it basically handles. It uses sort of a discriminated union, right, to handle errors and return values, which is kind of nice. Oh, and you're persisting the tasks to a CSV. Oh, you're using Cobra for commands. Okay, normally you would just use main.go with package main. Okay, fair enough. See, only Tails VA there I tagged. Well, I appreciate it. I'll check that out as soon as I get done looking at St1E's app. Chari, I have a Nintendo 64. I do too. I don't play it. It just sits and collects dust, but we have one. Big Bob says nerd. Well, hey, Big Bob. Fuck you. And also, I kind of claim the nerd title pretty proudly. I think most people are nerds about about something. Most people are nerdy about something. I subscribed and I liked the video because you say to me, "Hi, good luck." Well, hey, Edvin, that was really nice of you. I appreciate you giving the stream a like and throwing a subscriber my way. No worries. You can always unsubscribe. There's no pressure. Zunak Dask. You look like Zelensky. Really? I've never had anybody say that to me before. Maybe that's just what's on your brain, and so you're projecting. Pico Salt. Hey, little cupcake. Oh no, I think we've stumbled across a pocket of trolls. Cowabunga says, "Laugh my ass off. The autism is real with this man, dude. That's just not kind. Not kind at all." The one and only Tails VA. I subbed and liked too. Well, I appreciate that, man. That's very nice of you. St1E, I think you've convinced me to give Go a try. So thanks for sharing this, man. I'll definitely pull this down and actually give it a run myself. Okay, I'll probably do it off stream. And then once I've done that, I can share it some more on stream. But that's very cool. It's always fun to learn new stuff, isn't it? Okay, someone else, and then someone tagged me in a YouTube thing, didn't they? Although, I probably shouldn't put this on stream. I should probably look at this off stream first to make sure it's not anything. Huh. I don't see myself tagged in anything. That's weird. Maybe it'll show up later. St1E, you know how to run it? No, I don't. St1E, what do you think? It's probably super unoptimized, but it's cool. I can't even just do go build, go install, then just run it by typing to do. Okay, I'll give it a shot, St1E. I honestly can't tell you though. Like, I don't know any Go, right? So it's like I couldn't even tell you if it was unoptimal or optimal. I think it's cool that you built something and you put it out in the world. I think that's awesome, man. I think it's cool that you're learning something new, trying to improve yourself. I think that's wonderful. What today you tell? Let's see. Big Daddy says I'm ready. I don't know what you're referring to. Pico Salt. What today? Oh, today I'm working on a. I'm on my lunch break, so I'm working on a small little console application. Oh, well, what I was doing was I was trying to figure out what the heck I need to do. Let's see, GitHub, Spectre console, CLI. They have I don't know if anybody here writes .NET or uses C#, but this is a nice console application library for like making console apps really pretty and building console applications. But they have a testing. They have like a testing, test console. That's what it's called. Test console. That's what I'm looking for. have to install this? I might have to install this as a package. Using spectre.console. Yeah, I must need to install it. I swear I've done this before. It's one of those things that every time I do it, I look it up. Spectre console testing. There we go. Now I should be able to say Spectre console testing. And now that type should resolve. And then down here we can say bar command, and this should actually be test console. Oh, actually, we can actually do this in the constructor. Let's see. Read only, add config command, and we'll just say SUT for system under test. I know some people hate that, and some people like it, but I kind of like it. Let's see, test console, file system.object. And now what we can do is we can say bar action, and if we call this oh no, this shouldn't throw, this should just create it. Okay, yeah, that shouldn't throw. Let's see, Anita Cox said hi, I have no idea what that means. You also have my Rust guessing game on GitHub when I was messing around with Rust. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. So if you ever wish to guess numbers between 0 and 1 million, nice. Pico Salt, can you guide me to learn Android development? I really can't. I don't know anything about developing for Android or iOS. I've not done any mobile development. Bro Uncanny says hi. How are you doing, bro? Steve Wondery. All right, time for the second Go project. Stateless backend API. Nice, dude. Yeah, take on a new one. Let's go. The one and only Tails VA. Did you get tagged? It doesn't look like I got tagged. I'm not sure why. Elmi, any reason you're not using Visual Studio /Rider? I have a Rider. I have all those installed. I have Visual Studio. I have Visual Studio Code. I have Rider. So I've used them all. Let's see. Before I was using NeoVim, I was using Visual Studio Code, and I really enjoyed it. And Rider's great. Visual Studio sometimes feels like overkill for the kind of stuff I do personally. It's kind of like I've heard people describe it as like the cockpit of a 747. It just has a lot of bells and whistles that majority of the time I don't need. So VS Code with the C# Dev Kit worked really great. And that's what I used for the longest time. And then I explored Rider a little bit at the end of 2024 when I was doing Advent of Code, and have nothing but great things to say about Rider. And then what drew me, Elmi, isn't so much that I don't want to use Visual Studio or Visual Studio Code or Rider, as so much as I just got real interested in NeoVim, watching people edit with it and use it, and so I wanted to give it a go. So at the beginning of this year, I sat down and went through a course and got it configured, and then slowly kind of have started to make it work for my development workflow. particularly for C# development and TypeScript development. So yeah, no issues with those products, Elmi. That's just that's the only reason I switched over. Just more out of curiosity than anything. Pro Gaming 12 official. What are you gonna code? I am working on a console application, and so I just sat down to do a little bit of work on it and talk to you guys. So happy to explain more what exactly the app is for if you're really that interested. But yeah, it's basically just a console application that helps me generate alt text for posts that I make on social media. Elmi, thanks for the feedback. Yeah, of course, man. Do you use Rider or do you use Visual Studio or Visual Studio Code? Do you have a preferred kind of .NET IDE or C# IDE? Because I love hearing about everyone else's opinions about their tools and their workflow. No, let's. Man, why is this thing complaining so much? I remaining arguments? I don't know what I remaining arguments is. Matthew, hi. How are you doing, Matthew? Maximum. I have a question. Hold on. Somebody asked about my keyboard. The keyboard I'm using is a Gamma K TK75 SE. I saw it on Amazon. It looked nice. It was on sale. It was like less than $40, and it was a gasket mounted mechanical keyboard, so I bought it. The one and only Tails VA, my latest short. Okay, I'll check out your profile, man. I'll take a look at your stuff. Programming 12 official. What are you? Oh no, I already read that. Max, I have a question. Can by learning code I make a hacking program? I don't know what you're meaning, Max. You can definitely use your ability to code for bad, just like you can use it for good. Not that I would recommend you doing that. Pro Gaming 12 official says that's Java, right? C Sharp, but yeah, Java, C Sharp. They sometimes they look a lot alike, don't they? Matthew, I'm still sick. I'm sorry about that, Matthew. I hope you get to feeling better. Elmi says, I settled with Visual Studio and ReSharper. Performance has gotten better, and I use quite a few of the VS tools professionally. VS Code for Angular, Julia, and others, though. Yeah, I can totally see VS Visual Studio being very useful for very large projects, very large, complex projects. Like the software that our company makes, that the company I work for makes. Totally agree that you could put Visual Studio to use. I just think for me it just always seems like a lot of overkill for what I'm doing. I have used it occasionally, Elmi, to have used it for like profiling, or like looking at dumps, which sounds funny to say, but if you're in the .NET world, you know what I'm talking about. Let's see. Max, no, white hat. Yeah, be a good guy, right? Let's see. Shachar says you prefer connected list or array. I'm not sure what you mean, connected list. I don't think I've heard that term before. Is that like the same thing as a linked list? Let's see. Programming 12 officials. I use VS Code for Python /Pygame, but IntelliJ for Java. Nice. Very cool. Yeah, I've been meaning to. I've got it on my list to try to learn Java, so that's one of the things we can probably try to do on stream. Python's okay. I can't make myself love it. I know a lot of people love it. I'm having a hard time warming up to it. I've worked in it quite a bit, but just never has grabbed me. Maximus for making security programs for big companies and things of that nature. Yeah, I mean, if you learn how to code, you can definitely do stuff like that. Sean the Sheep. Hello, world. Hey, Sean the Sheep. VS Code doesn't want to run Java on my PC for some reason. Yeah, I'm not sure how the Java development environment goes. I've never actually done any, so. Pro Gaming says go to the terminal and type shutdown STT0. Yeah, I don't think anyone should do that. CA, skill issue. What are you talking about, CA? Talking to me? I do have skill issues, but that seems a little harsh. HI, I dare you to do a backflip. I can't do a backflip. I don't know how, man. Hello, buddy. How you doing? I'm doing well. Maximus, I will hop on your video and check the coding video. BRB, take care. Yeah, Max, check it out. I kind of laid out kind of how I ended up learning to code and the process that was involved there, so might find it helpful. Jerry, hello, buddy. How you doing? Jerry, I'm doing good. That was an awful friendly greeting, but have we ever talked before? I don't think I've ever seen you in my chat before. Uh-oh, I just unplugged my headphones. Alright, I gotta figure out how to make a... So, my issue is I need to create a command context. New command context. But I'm not sure what the heck. It has a constructor, and that constructor takes a list of arguments, and then it takes a I remaining arguments, so I'm not sure what this is. let's go and look at Spectre consoles testing. I wonder if they have something in here. Oh, they actually have a command app tester. Interesting. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Could I just pass null to that? Let's see. Which probably isn't the best way to do this, but I don't really care. I don't really care about that object because I don't use it. So could I just say... Could I just do null? That? This is probably not the right way to do this, but I think it'll be fine. Famous last words. Should that be 0? I meant programming 12 official. Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough. Is there also programming or just talking? Well, CA, there's some programming, but obviously if I wanted to be really productive, I probably wouldn't write code and also try to talk to you guys. So there is some programming, but there's also a lot of chatting. The dude, I'm a master at binary. Nice. Well, I'm glad you're good at binary, man. Boston Sports Cards. I'm going live in 5 minutes, but wanted to say hi. Nice, Boston. Very cool. I'm doing well, Boston. Good to hear from you, man. Hope you're doing good. Today I opened Notepad, wrote a start, go to a, saved it as a .bat file. Well, you're a hacker. My PC crashed. CA says, "What are you doing?" I'm working on a console application, and I'm trying to write some tests for it at the moment. I mean, obviously, I'm also kind of talking to you guys too, so. Zalorni is waking at us to wake up. What are you talking about, Zalorni? I have no idea what you're talking about. Boston, Steven is the go. I appreciate it, Boston. Very nice of you. Elmi, are you paying the Fluent Assertions fee? No, I'm not. I just have it pegged to 7.2. So Elmi, I'm guessing you're kind of plugged into the .NET world, huh? Where's your hacker outfit they show in Hollywood? You mean this one? Right? This one? This hacker outfit? The Mr. Robot hacker outfit? Boston, bye Steven. Sorry I couldn't stay a while. No worry, Boston. Have a good day. Programming official. How many years have you been coding? Seriously, for about 4. For about 4. I asked my coding teacher what a while loop is, and he Googled it, but everyone could see it because there was a projector connected to the PC. Nice. Well, I mean, he probably, if I had to guess, he probably instinctually knows what a while loop is, but maybe finding the right words to explain it to somebody else, he wanted to kind of see how Google explains it. But I would hope if he's responsible for teaching you how to code, he could at least like walk you through how to use a while loop. But no, Elmi, I'm not paying for the Fluent Assertions fee. But I like the library, and I think the library is plenty feature complete at 7.2. So I probably won't ever go above that. I know there's a couple libraries, a couple other libraries that people are using as alternatives. One of which I've used. It's called Shoodly, but Fluent Assertion is what I know and what I'm comfortable with. So I've just kept using that. But I'm definitely not, I don't have any projects that make any money, so I'm not paying for a license to use it. And I'm sticking on the free version, so don't have to worry about it. Pro Gaming 12 official. He got fired. Oh, that's bad. Well, yeah, then maybe he was a little fraudulent there. Shouldn't lie about those things, you know? I tell you what, coding on a really small screen like this is kind of difficult. Let's see. Let's set a... Let's, I'm not sure why this is, not sure why this is breaking. So line 32. Oh, that's because it should be .file.exist, not .path. Okay, let's see. See if this works this time. Aka892 LOL. What's making you laugh, man? Let us in on the joke. Did this pass? I can't see if it passed. I think it passed. Hold on. I'm not sure why it's not showing up in the GUI there. .NET test. Oh, they all failed. Wonderful. Oh no, these all should have failed because they're just throwing an exception. So 8 succeeded and 4 failed. I think that's right. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So now we can implement this one. All right, so we should be able to say file system dot verify. We just want to make sure this was called once. Oh, I think I have to pass a cancellation token in here. Yeah, okay. POV, you try to fix a bug for 3 hours and then you realize that you typed id instead of if. Yeah, I think we've all had that moment. Wise choice. There is no reason for using version 8. 7 is enough for everything. I think I'm switching to Shoodly in the future though. Same with Mock. After messing up, they are gone. Yeah, I think Shoodly. I've used it in one project, and I think Shoodly was really nice. I still use Mock. I know Mock had a whole big community drama, which then Mock then reverted the thing they did that made everyone mad. So it's that thing that upset everyone really isn't an issue anymore. But I get it for people who just on principle aren't going to use it. I have used InSubstitute, which seems nice. It's one of those things like once you learn one library to do something, it becomes sort of your default, right? And so I just need to get in the habit of making the switch, and I haven't yet. Nightfall, bro is not hacking into FBI. I am not. I don't have the skills to do that, man. I do not have the skills. I'm curious, Elmi. It sounds like you're a very serious C#.net developer. I'm curious how long have you been working in .net or working in C#, and kind of curious how long you've been doing it and if you've enjoyed it and if you still enjoy it. Elmi, what's the deal with the static modifier in lambdas? Never used that, to be honest. Well, if your lambda doesn't have a reference, well, in that case, you saw me remove it, right? Because I went from using a string that was being allocated right here in the lambda, right, to something that just to basically a value that's part of the enclosing scope, and so therefore I had to remove the static modifier. But if I don't have a reference to anything in the enclosing scope, then I can make it static. Right? There's no reason to have additional allocations there. I think it's kind of a small micro optimization, but it's just something that's in my style configs. I don't think it's part of my styles. I think it's part of the analyzer, actually. I think it comes from the way my project is set up to do code analysis is where that warning comes from. Shirky boys, what's up? Shirky boys really wanted me to acknowledge him. Isn't the compiler doing that itself? It might be, Elmi. I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know. I guess we could use what's that website? There's a website, right, that will show us what it gets compiled to. What is that? C# source? Is that what it's called? Or is it? Oh, I think this is it. Source.net. I think if maybe this isn't it. There's a website out there, and I can't remember what it's called. But basically, you can put like .NET code on the left, and then it'll show you what it compiles to on the right. So it's possible it maybe is Elmi, and that's an unnecessary thing by me. But I think it's just part of how the analyzer is set up for my CSproj. Let me look at my CSproj file. Let's see. I think it comes from. Where does it come from? Whoops. It comes from some setting that I've set, I think, in my CSproj file that flags those lambdas that way. And so I just always code action and add it. But you could be totally right. It could be totally unnecessary. Sharp Lab, that's it. Yes. Elmi, that is exactly what I'm thinking of. Sharp Lab. Yeah, Sharp Lab. Yeah. So you can put your high level C# code here, and then it shows you what it gets compiled to, right? And you can look at it in IL or lower level C# or JIT, which is pretty cool. Elmi started coding C# about 4 years ago as well. That's awesome, man. Yeah, that's my story too. What made you learn it? It's funny. Most people don't start or try to learn C# these days. It seems like, everyone. It seems like a lot of people obviously go for Python, JavaScript, TypeScript, and then it seems like from there, when it comes to a backend language, a lot of people go to Go, or they go to Rust. More recently, I guess. But or Java. But I don't see a ton of people hopping to C#. It seems like C# has kind of gotten a bad rap in the developer ecosystem. Let's see. You can check out the new README. I think I explained everything well enough. Okay, appreciate it, man. Thanks for adding some docs to that app for us. Appreciate it. A friend of mine started a new company, and my company then was sold and salvaged. Well, then I learned C# on a rather steep curve. I bet that was a lot of fun. Thomas, hey, what are you school are you? Thomas, I'm not sure what you're talking about there, man. Elmy, C# with Blazor is great though. Full stack prototyping is crazy fast. Yeah, Blazor is really, really fun. That's what my blog is built with. It's built with just like static server-side rendering using Blazor. And I haven't used the WebAssembly version of Blazor very much. Like the WebAssembly, the standalone WebAssembly version. Most of it's been using the interactive server. But I guess in .NET 9 that all kind of became one thing, right, in the Blazor world, which is kind of nice. All right, guys, I realize I just hit an hour, and just to be respectful to to my employer, I get an hour for lunch, so I'm gonna wrap up and head out. But I appreciate you guys hanging around and chatting with me. I know I didn't code a ton, but it was nice to chat with you all. And I'll probably be back tomorrow about the same time. I'm going to try to stream every day about 2 o'clock. Seems like a nice time for you guys, and it's a nice time for me. And otherwise, I'll see you in a video or a stream or short. Elmy, yes and no. I still would recommend only doing one. Nice. Bende Ho 419. He's hacking. No, I'm not. Elmy, don't do the server and WebAssembly hybrid. Okay, I haven't actually used that before, so I'll stay away from it. One of my friends told me that he is going to tell the police I'm hacking while I was coding. Yeah, doesn't sound like much of a friend. Elmy, have a nice day. You too, man. You too. Programming 12 official. Bye. Yeah, see you guys. Y'all have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time.